friends, my name is Angela and welcome to my channel. I'll be sharing DIY crafts, handmade cards, fun design projects that you can make at home, whether you're crafting for yourself, for friends, or for a special occasion. I believe every project tells a story, so here you'll find step-by-step tutorials and ideas to inspire your own creations. My goal is to help you feel confident, have fun, and bring a little joy to your everyday life. So grab your scissors, glue, and imagination, and let's start crafting together. Today I'm putting together some special teacher gifts to show a little extra appreciation for all the hard work they do. I'll walk you through some creative handmade ideas that are simple, heartfelt, and perfect for the holiday season, or for any time you just want to say thank you. The first gift we're going to be personalizing is this dry erase board. I love this saying, the influence of a great teacher can never be erased. I have done it with both erasers and now this dry erase board. When using transfer tape, I like to fuzz it on a cloth first. It helps to take some of the stickiness away, and this particular transfer tape is so sticky, even the fuzzing didn't help. As you can tell, I'm struggling to get this vinyl off the tape. This next set of letters, I decided to use invisible tape just to make it a little bit easier on myself to get it transferred. Oh, look at how nice that's coming off. Now let's just add this magnet back on and this project's complete. The next project we're going to be working on is creating these letters. I've never made these out of vinyl before. I've only done them with paper, so this could be interesting. I'm using my Cricut machine to cut out all the vinyl pieces I need. If you don't have a Cricut machine, you can always freehand cut them, use stencils, print them off the internet, and do it that way. If you haven't invested in a Cricut machine, I highly recommend it. This little machine has paid for itself 10 times over. Now that I have all the pieces cut out, I like to go through and weed them all so they're all ready to go. I figured since these were pretty big pieces, it'd be easy enough just to freehand place them and not use transfer tape. Getting the spacing on there correctly was a little more difficult than I thought. Some things are not aligned as well as I'd like, but that's just the beauty of handmade. It's not meant to look perfect. 2 of these letters will be going on book bins. The third one is going on a cup, which I will show later on in the video. The next item I'm going to work on is this sticker for the cups. Working in Design Space, even though I measured it out, it's so much smaller than it does once you get it cut and weeded and on your project. And after I cut this, I realized, you know, I should probably hold this back for Valentine's Day since it is a heart. But since I was already dug in, I decided just to roll with it. I don't normally use a hairdryer to set permanent vinyl, but the material of this cup called for it. So it's a new day. I didn't get as much completed yesterday as I wanted to, but it's okay because I had some time to think and I've changed my mind on the cups, and I'm going to try something I've never done before, but I've seen done, so hopefully this works out. We are currently at Home Depot. We're going to go in, get some citrus strip, if I could say it right, and see if we can use vinyl as a stencil to remove some of that pink and show the metal underneath. All right, so we got our citrus strip, and since my Home Depot and Lowe's are in the same parking lot, let's go inside and see what we can find in the clearance aisle. All right, so the clearance aisle at Walmart had a bunch of stuff, just not anything that I needed or wanted, but I did pick up some other stuff while I was there, so it wasn't a wasted trip. Okay, now that I'm done gallivanting all over town, let's jump back into the craft and see what changed. I did decide to save this heart for Valentine's Day and not do it for Christmas. But that meant I had to come up with a new design to put on these cups, and I thought this was perfect. I started out with the hinge method, which I thought would work. However, because the spacing of these letters, it just kept stretching the vinyl. Let's just say this was definitely a trial and error. So I went back to the really sticky transfer tape, tried to do that. However, because of the material of this cup, I could not get the vinyl off the transfer tape. No matter how hard I tried, it just was not going to work. I realized I had contact paper, and that was the perfect stickiness to get the vinyl on the cup and not warp it. Let's just start with a little disclaimer here. Should I be wearing gloves while using citrus strip? Yes, ma'am. So do as I say and not as I do. I started off by just painting on the citrus strip, and about halfway through I realized that these letters here were already starting to dry, and I have worked with it before, removing paint off of wood, and realized the more the better. So I eventually went back and started globbing it on as much as I could. I did have to worry about dripping. I probably should have covered more of the cup, but I didn't. Whatever color is underneath your cup, I would say add enough citrus strip so you're not actually seeing that color poking through. This entire cup was trial and error. I started by first wiping off the excess citrus strip because I didn't want that getting onto the remainder of the cup that was not protected. However, I did not let this sit long enough. As you can see on some of the letters, it's not bubbling off. Now I could have removed this section and not shown you this cup because the other two turned out perfect, but I wanted you to learn from my error. Don't rush the citrus strip. That's the one thing I can tell you, don't rush it. See, as you can see, it comes off with my fingernail, but the lines are jagged and they don't look clean. Now this cup, on the other hand, this one turned out beautiful. See how raised the letters are compared to the first one? Again, I started by wiping off the excess citrus strip. Then I sprayed it with some Dawn dish soap just to neutralize that before removing the vinyl. And I know what you're thinking. The lines still look jagged. Trust me, I thought the same thing, but trust the process. Water with my fingers, the lines became way more crisp and clean. At this point, I was so excited I wanted to do a little happy dance. Once the remainder of the pink was off, I gave it another good spritz with the Dawn, and the brush I'm using is a pot and pan brush because the bristles are harder. It worked fabulous. Look at how clean those lines are. And just like that, another project done. The next project I'm going to be putting together is this sticker for another teacher's book bin. She is the Google expert at the school, so I thought this would be a cute idea. You're not seeing me cut this vinyl right now because I had already cut it earlier, and how much vinyl do you really need to see someone cut? Look at how cute that's turning out. I hope she loves it as much as I enjoyed making it. For the final project, I'll be attaching this decal to another teacher's book bin. This is the only part of the apple you will actually see me weed. I don't know what happened to the clips of the other elements of this apple. Gifting is definitely my love language. I tend to go a little overboard with the amount of items in a gift basket. Here's the items I've gathered. 2 of the teachers will get book bins. All 3 teachers will be getting these candies along with hand sanitizer wipes, chapstick, a candle for 2 of them. All 3 will get this chocolate. I made these hand sanitizer sprays before I decided to film this. I love socks, so each teacher is getting 2 pairs. The teacher not getting the book bin is going to get this pair of gloves. These 2 dry erase boards will go in the book bins. Each teacher will get an ornament to go on the outside of their gift bag. The cups came with really flimsy straws, so I got these acrylic ones with cute little toppers to go with them. I didn't realize that what I'm doing is out of frame until right now. Sorry about that. But let's personalize these book bins. The Twix and Kisses are going to get divided evenly into each teacher's basket. Once I tried to tighten the lid a little bit, I realized that not all the candy would fit. And then I realized that one of my children had removed the hook from this pair of gloves, so I had to tie a string around it so I could attach it to the straw. The book bins will be wrapped in gift basket bags, and for this cup, I decided to go with this clear gift wrap. Each teacher will be getting a personalized card that I made on my Cricut. But because I'm dropping these off at the school, I like to put name tags on them for the office staff so they know which teacher they belong to. Here are the cards I made for the teachers. Thanks for watching, friends. I hope this inspired your own teacher gifts. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more DIY ideas. Wishing you a joyful holiday season filled with creativity and kindness.